Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Stankweasel here with another regular dose of irregular content. So today we're going to be discussing the patch changes and some big fixes and more difficulty improvements that are coming to Phasmophobia in the beta branch, as well as something I found in the code that I thought would be a little cool to kind of discuss and try and figure out if it's either deprecated, like we're not going to get it, or maybe we will have the chance to catch those ghosts. So watch the end to find out. So in today's update, the Ghost whiteboard text has been updated for professional in order to make the text a little bit more clear. It was kind of fuzzy and there were some issues rendering visually. Not really the big deal. The fun one is that on professional now, the fuse box will always start as off. So depending upon the ghost type, you guys will know what that means for certain ghost powers, but conditionally, you can't just walk in and start flipping lights. So now it's kind of a priority as far as not knowing whether or not it's going to be an alone ghost or a group ghost, but you can't just start flipping on lights to preserve sanity. So the use of candles and those candle changes are now more important than ever, as the candles can prevent sanity drain as well. Additionally, the ghost AI has been improved again, so now they're smarter, so they remember where they were hunting you the last time that they had navigated to that spot. So not only does that raycasting keep track of a player, the ghost is now remembering which player it was chasing and where they last saw them. So even though a hunt may end, they may return near their favorite room or path back slowly, they do have the opportunity now to remember where they were before and prioritize navigation back to that place if they do not make any direct eye contact with someone going forward. Additionally, there was a glitch on Tanglewood still where you can climb around on the countertops and the TV stand. So the ability to stand up top and play Instagram photo shoot with the ghost is, theoretically finally fixed. There was a couple of issues where the candles, the host of the lobby could see the outline of somebody else placing a candle, so it was just visually kind of jarring. And then conversely, it was almost like with the challenge that Kinetic just put out on Twitter trying to say, show us your best candle ritual sites. People were sticking the candles to the walls. So it looked more like a scene out of like Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent forest fires and arson, as opposed to like placing the candle strategically to try and prevent sanity drain or try and incite a spirit or something to interact with it. And then finally, this is the one that kind of hurts a little. So in VR, there's been a long-standing creative use of game mechanics where, well, I'll just spill the beans. If you laid down on the floor, your character would kind of crumble into like this weird meat pile of stuff, and you were technically too small as far as the collision boxes go in Unity for the ghost to actually interact with you and kill you. So it looks like that's now being addressed and has a potential fix in place that is going to prevent people from just, going prone and evading the ghost, because apparently the ghost couldn't see below, their kneecaps. So that seems to be in the works and on its way. So that kind of wraps up everything as far as the changes and the hot fix and patch for today. However, one thing I did want to call out is that as I'm going through and doing these different series on kind of the internal mechanics and assets within Phasmophobia itself, I did come across something kind of unique, and it was a reference to a proton pack. That, for those of you who are kind of versed in movies and things like that, that's the name of the backpack and the gun from Ghostbusters. So I'll go ahead and throw some stuff up on screen and discuss what I found a little bit more. So looking into the source code for the game, I noticed that there was a method area called proton pack, and upon further inspection, there's actually a couple of different class behaviors that are occurring in here. We've actually got the ability to set the main effects as active or inactive, indicating that there would be some sort of a particle system or laser beam of sorts. We have the controls in there, which within the update routine, which is actually called every frame or every second, it's actually checking to see if the player is pressing the button for firing a proton pack. And then we've also got the proton pack fire and stop sound archives as well. So the commands in order to, ramp up a sound, play the particles that we're seeing here for lightning bolt particles and proton beam particles, as well as the audio, and then conversely stopping those, which would prevent that stream from continuing to occur. There doesn't seem to be any indication as to whether or not this area of the code is still being actively updated, or if it was just something being tested or deprecated. However, it does give me hope that there may be some extension to some of the feature sets in the future where we may not only be identifying the ghost, but potentially interacting with, capturing, and or doing something a little bit more in depth with them. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate all the support. I invite you to subscribe and join the community here. We've been just having a lot of fun discussions and kind of suggestions about what kind of content to make, what direction the game is going, what we'd like to see, and just really having a lot of fun together, trying to kick off 2021 in a happy and kind of community-driven way. So thanks again. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, generic outro. Stank out.